Today I'm doing something completely different. I'm going to audit a real YouTube channel live on camera, no editing, no sugarcoating. This is Tommy Wright. He has about 10,000 subscribers and he's getting good views per video, but they're trying to get clients from YouTube, but it's not working. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to break down exactly what's broken and how to fix it. We're going to look at their content strategy or lack of one, their thumbnails and titles, their calls to action, their offer and how they're positioning it, and most importantly, why they're getting views but zero clients. Everything I'm going to show you applies to your channel too. So even if this is not your channel, pay attention, because I guarantee you could be making some of these mistakes as well. So let's dive in. Right, so this is the app I built to score YouTube channels and give them a proper full audit. So this is the app we're going to be using today. So we're going to put this channel link into the app and then we're going to find out what's going on. So let's start the audit. Here we go. Right, so on the right hand side, if you've never seen my app before, you'll see a scoring panel. So we score how good things are. So the channel banners, descriptions, channel name, videos, and we go through the offers and everything down on the right hand side. So as we work through the scoring panel, we'll give a score to all of these features. All right, so this app pulls all the data from YouTube. So it looks a little bit different from the YouTube homepage, but it's got all the same data. So the first thing we're going to look at is the channel banner. So at the moment we've got a side picture of his face with his ear. I mean, this is like, in terms of getting terrible banners, this is probably ranks the worst. Why does someone want to look at someone else's ear? Is he showing off the diamond in his ear? Or his designer sunglasses? But it's having no real benefit to his business. So he really needs to scrap this and have a proper clear offer. You know, you have to think, instead of thinking about yourself, you have to think about the viewer. What does the viewer get for subscribing or coming to your channel, you know? And you have to be clear. So if we just have a look at my channel for a second now, and I'll show you the difference from my channel. Like you can see, when you come to my channel page, it's clear what I do. My name has got, here's my name, it's got Nick Does Business. You know, it's quite clearly I'm talking about business. It's also got a massive YouTube logo, so we know we're talking about business and YouTube. It's so obvious when people click on this on my channel page, and then underneath I have my offer. You know, this is what I do. I help businesses turn YouTube into their #1 sales channel, and I tell them to click the link below to find out more information. I also repeat that in the description here. You know, so it's very clear. As soon as you click on this page, you know exactly whether this is for you or it's not. You know, and that's how you build a true audience that actually wants to buy from you. So let's go back to Tommy's page. Now we're back on Tommy's page. So we need to give him a score for this channel banner. Now you've seen mine and you've seen his. Who has the clearer message to your audience? I think mine has a real clear purpose of what I do. You know, sometimes it's better to show people visually, you know, like that's why I've got the YouTube logo there. People know it's probably going to be about YouTube, and I've also got business on there. So business and YouTube, it's clearly obvious. But when I come to Tommy's page here, I've just got the side of his face and an ear. Is he an ear doctor? Does he does skin treatments? I don't know at the moment, just by looking at the banner. So I've really got to give him a 1 for his channel banner. It's probably one of the worst scores I've ever given someone. But okay, let's move on anyway. So now we're going to look at the channel description. So I can already see there's not much detail here. It's just one line. And so let's just read it together. My goal of this channel is to bring entrepreneurs closer to their dreams with actionable steps and motivation. So what do you think when you read that? Because for me, it's very vague. It doesn't tell me any information. It just tells me it's a general business channel on YouTube. And the trouble with that is that you're going up against some of the greatest people on earth in the business niche. You know, Alex Hormozy, you know, like you really need to start small and then scale out, build outwards. This is so vague. It doesn't tell me what, as the viewer, I get from visiting his channel. Let's go back to my description now, and I can show you a comparison. So, right, if this is the description for my channel, so like it's already longer, and I repeat the offer, what I do. Here's my main offer in the first line. Okay, so it tells people to visit a website. It tells a little backstory about me, that I've been in business for over 20 years. I've built and sold multiple 7- and 8-figure businesses. It also just touches on that I've had a lot of trouble as well. I've lost things and had to build it back and had loads of failures. So it wasn't a smooth sailing journey for me. So it makes people empathise with me as well, because business is never a straight line upwards. People do overcome failures and have challenges along the way. So I just put them in there because that's the true story of me. I also put down 4 points of what you get on this channel if you subscribe and watch, so I'll teach you how to get more views, build an audience that actually buys, tell you how to get traffic to your profitable products and offers, client acquisition systems, how to avoid costly mistakes, so I give the audience, people that come to this channel know exactly what they're going to get. But when we go back to Tommy's page, he doesn't tell me anything. I mean, can you start to see the difference now? I can guarantee that I'm getting more clicks to my website and my offer than he is. He might be getting way more views on his videos, but I'm getting more sales through my business because I've got clear offers. So for his channel description, I'm also going to give it a 1. I'm being really harsh today, but I think it's terrible, absolutely terrible. So the next thing we look at is the channel name. So he looks like he's using his real name, Tommy Wright. I'm assuming that that's his real name. I'm not really happy about his putting CEO T Wright in there, because CEO is a very overused term, and I'll much rather just see his actual name there. But for using his actual name, Tommy Wright, I'll give him a solid 9 for his channel name. I've seen some terrible channel names. So the next thing we look at is the channel profile picture. I actually really like this one. He's dressed smartly, he's smiling, he's wearing sunglasses, he looks successful. He's in the business niche, so he's trying to portray that he's been successful. I don't know whether he has or not, but he definitely looks successful in this picture. So his channel profile picture really scores highly for me. It looks professional, and we'll give him a solid 9 out of 10 for that. Right, now we're going to start looking at offers and his recent videos. So let's dive into his offer. We're already unclear of what he does so far. I've seen a picture of his ear. His description hasn't really told me much, so now we're going to start looking at the video. So at the moment, he doesn't really have a clear offer straight away off the bat, so I'm still guessing what he does. So he's done a few shorts here, but his recent main videos are talking about Subway. So he's obviously had a Subway franchise and it's failing, and it looks like he might have quit his Subway franchise now. I mean, I don't know what this channel's trying to achieve, saying he's not making money in his Subway franchise. I mean, what is the purpose of this channel? When we go back to his description, it says to bring entrepreneurs closer to their dreams with actionable steps and motivation. So I mean, that's so vague, and we're talking about like his Subway business, and I just think this channel is an absolute mess at the moment. There's no clear purpose, there's no clear offer to anyone, but let's click into one of his latest videos and see what he's doing. So let's take a look at his offer. So, want to start, fund, or grow your business? Join my free entrepreneur group. Right, so he's taking you straight to a group. Let's click on that and see what his offer's all about. Right, so it's an entrepreneur hub. It's a free group. He's got 5,000 members, only 3 online. I mean, that's already a worrying sign, isn't it? The ratio of people actually being busy in the group. I mean, it's so easy to start a free group and get free members. People love free stuff. But are you really attracting the right people to your product or service? You know, free groups are really hard to manage. You know, they suck a lot of time in your resources trying to manage all these free members. And I'm curious to see how many turn into actually paying members, because there's that 5,000 people in a free group is a lot to manage, and it doesn't seem like there's a lot of activity in there. So let's have a look at his offer. So struggling to stop struggling alone, start and fund and scale your business the right way. Free community group, you get a call with him, I'm guessing. So it's not a specific business. It's just like general business stuff. You really need to have a clear offer of like what type of business you're going to teach them to start. You know, there's so many different types of business out there in the world. And all of them are different, and they all require different steps and processes. You know, just giving out general business advice is super weak. You know, absolutely super weak. You're better off just picking one thing that you teach and teach that at a really high level, you know, rather than just doing general business stuff. So for his offer is absolutely terrible, you know. So let's go back to marking the clear purpose and offer. Do you think that Tommy has a clear purpose and a clear offer? I do not. I am going to have to score him pretty low for this. He's doing something, so I'll give him a 3 and be generous. But if I was going to advise him to what to do, I would say like you're really just going to have to niche down and pick something, because being very vague in general is not going to get you anywhere. The videos are not talking about Subway and then you're talking about general business advice. I mean, I don't think they're tying into each other. You know, it's not the best way to attract ideal customers. But let's move on. Right, thumbnails. His thumbnail design is actually really good. It's super click worthy. The design skills are really good. It's got a high quality image. You know, it's not too busy. You know, large text. I'm going to give him a solid 8 out of 10 for his thumbnails. Really good work. So now we're going to actually click on the video quickly and just hear the intro and the hook. All right, let's play the video.
So for the last month, my Subway has been losing a lot of money, but there is good reasons for that. Welcome back, everybody. I am Tommy, the owner of this channel and a Subway franchise, and I'm 24 years old, and I've been kind of documenting, you know, what it has looked like for me purchasing, growing, and, you know, maintaining / keeping the Subway, and what I've been doing with.
Right, so we're going to first look at the hook and the intro. I mean, he seems like a very confident guy. He speaks very well. And he says that his Subway franchise is failing straight away. However, I don't think that hook is the strongest it could be. You know, he's not getting straight into the meat of the video. You know, the intro's too long. So I'm going to give him like a 4 for his actual intro, because I think it could be way stronger and get straight into what the video's about. You know, for people that click on the video from the thumbnail, they want to get straight into the action. You know, so like him sitting in his kitchen, he should be outside his Subway restaurant with a closing down sign or something to really give the reinforcement of what the video is about, you know. So let's have a look at his video setup now. So as I said before, he's sitting inside his kitchen. Although it looks like a presentable kitchen, it's not the best place to film this video. You should be outside your restaurant and with a sign or a more professional environment. You know, there's too many distractions behind him. You know, there's a red thing up in the corner. He's got his yellow hat on, which is super distracting. He should use a more neutral colour, like a grey or a black. This is super bright, and it's very distracting. He's got some food left out on the side. And what the viewer does is start to get distracted and start looking around your kitchen and being nosy, you know, so they're going to start. So for his video setup, I'm going to give him a 4 as well. I mean, it's clean and presentable, but it could be way better. So we're talking about first impressions, and as I said, the first impressions is he's got a t-shirt with lots of lettering, so the viewers are going to start reading on what's on his t-shirt. They're going to be distracted by the yellow hat, which is super distracting. I've got something red on top of the fridge over there, which is distracting, and also the food. So first impressions are not the best, you know. Am I going to come to this guy for some serious business advice that's going to change my life? No, highly doubtful. So even though it's clean and tidy, and the camera quality is good, the lighting's pretty good, getting a bit of lighting reflections, but overall it's pretty good. I'll give him a 5 out of 10. So let's go on to audience expectations and alignment. So from the thumbnail that we clicked, does it align to this video? You know, so this was the thumbnail. This was the original thumbnail. So that looks drastic, you know. In the thumbnail, it's showing a Subway shop, but then when we click on it, we get him in his kitchen, you know. So it's not really aligning that well, is it? You know, it would be better to do this video inside a Subway if possible. You know, if he owns a Subway franchise, do it inside, sitting inside. You know, the thumbnail could be him outside the Subway shop, and then the video could be him inside, walking around a little bit inside the Subway, pointing out why things are going bad, because he's talking about it failing. You know, so this video could be way better. So I'm going to score the audience expectation probably a 3 as well. Presenting, he's very confident on camera. He's like, as we've stopped now, he's got this nervous scratching of his neck. So and he's looking away from the camera. So I'll give him a 6 for overall presenting. Credibility, I don't know anything about Tommy, so based on me watching a video of him in his kitchen, he hasn't shown me any credibility within the first 30 seconds. So if he was inside his Subway shop, then he would boost his credibility higher, because he's actually doing what he's saying he's doing. The thumbnail matches what he's doing. So I don't know for this. So I'm going to give him a 6 for credibility. So he definitely could improve stuff. I think his main problems are his offer. So let's reveal the final scores of auditing this channel. So he scores 49 out of 100, which is a really low score. And these are the things that he can improve on. So first thing, improve your channel banner, make the offer clearer and what your channel is about and what your offer is about. All these things need to align perfectly. You know, you don't want to watch a video about Subway and then join a group about general business stuff. It just doesn't align properly. And even though you've managed to get people into your free group, there is no clear offer. You're not teaching one really specific skill or solving one specific problem. So improve that. Start thinking about that. You can also improve the channel description, add more details about what viewers can expect, and make sure you have a link to your offer in the description. We've talked about having a clear purpose and a clear offer. You need to really make it obvious within 10 seconds when someone clicks on a video or clicks on your channel homepage, what you do and what they get out of it. That's really what you need to be clear on. All right, so then you can move on to improving your hook and your intro. Capturing attention with your background is probably your biggest problem. I don't really want to watch you inside your kitchen. Either have a neutral background where you've got nothing going on, or actually go to the location that you're talking about. But if it was me and you wanted to start a business channel, then I wouldn't be talking about Subway so much, really. I'll probably have a look at like someone like Cody Sanchez, who's doing that type of content, so you could take some tips from her as well. Improve video setup. Yeah, the lighting, background, camera quality are pretty good, but sort out the background and that will improve that. First impressions. Think about what you're wearing in your videos. You know, you're wearing a t-shirt with large text is very distracting. You've got that bright yellow hat on that needs to come off because it's just way too distracting. Improve audience expectation alignment. Make sure the thumbnail, the title and the content all match, because otherwise people will click off instantly as soon as they see some guy in his kitchen. They're like, this is not what I thought I was getting. I thought I was getting something about Subway. I've not even seen the Subway restaurant. You know, you've not had no animations or anything pop up talking about Subway. So it's got a mismatch going on. Improve the presenting. I mean, I think he talks very well. He probably talks better than I do, to be honest. And but he can definitely improve the presenting a little bit as well. And you need to improve your credibility. You know, you need to showcase credentials or results, social proof, you know, straight away. You know, how do I know that you're the owner of a Subway franchise unless I've watched other videos? But if I'm a new viewer, I don't know that. So you need to show it somehow that you have credibility of what you're talking about instantly. So here's his channel breakdown. So he's got some few areas to work on. He's doing well in some areas as well. So that was the end of the channel audit, and now I just want to talk to you about how I can help you with your channel too. So there's the audit complete. We found a few problems that can easily be fixed. Now here's the question: do you have these same problems? Go and watch your last video and ask yourself honestly, am I attracting the right audience? Is my CTA clear and strong? Do I have a way to capture leads? Can people easily buy from me? If you say no to any of these, then you're leaving money on the table. I have 2 ways I can help you. 1, go and grab my free 30-day email course. It fixes all this step by step. The link's down below. 2, apply for my YouTube Business Accelerator. I'll audit your channel personally and build the systems with you. The application link is down below. Stop hoping your channel works and make it work. The link's below. If you also need to track which videos are working and which are not, the link to the tracking software is also down below, and I'll see you in the next video.